Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to school. Welcome to our first assembly together. We have been so excited about you coming back. The teachers have already been in for 2 days getting ready and just making sure that we're really ready for you and everything is in place. So it's so lovely now to actually have you all back in the building. Unfortunately, we still can't have assemblies in the hall at the moment, but we're really hoping that soon we will be able to get back to having assemblies together. And I am going to be seeing some of you for assemblies in the hall, one class at a time. So tomorrow, year 6, I'd really like to have assembly with you in the hall. But today's assembly was inspired by a gift that we received from Lazarus and his sister Katerina at the end of the summer term. They bought the school a beautiful tree, and I'm not going to tell you what sort of tree it is because it's in the school grounds, and I'm hoping that you will find it and then be able to look for yourself to see what's growing on it. Now you need to be really careful to make sure that you don't damage the tree. But that tree has really inspired this assembly this morning, because to make sure that that tree was looked after and it survived the summer when there weren't so many teachers around, Mrs. Broderick really kindly offered to take it home to look after it. And when I saw her bringing it back in last week, I thought, my goodness, that tree's done really well. Mrs. Broderick's looked after it brilliantly, and it's looking really healthy and it's growing really well. So on the way home from school that day, I actually stopped at the garden centre because I thought I need to have a go at growing some plants and keeping them alive. Those of you who've been in school for a few years will know that I'm not particularly good at growing plants and looking after them and keeping them alive. I think I need to get better at it. So I stopped off at the garden centre and I bought some bits and pieces. So I thought, I looked around to see what was available. And the first thing I thought was I would buy some broad beans, because I know there's at least one class in school who have a project to see if they can grow a bean and to see who can grow a bean that's the biggest or the longest. And I thought, oh, if I have a go, perhaps when that class is doing the project, I can join in because I'll be a bit experienced. So I bought some broad beans. And while I was looking for the broad beans, I saw that they had some seeds for basil and parsley, 2 herbs. And I thought, oh, I've heard that herbs are quite easy to grow. So perhaps that would be a good thing for me to start with. If I'm starting to get better and trying to get better at something, perhaps I could start with these and see how I get on. So I bought some basil and some parsley. And then who knows, if they grow really well, I might be able to use them in some cooking. That would be very good, wouldn't it? And then I decided I wanted to grow something that would look pretty. So these are all sort of very green, aren't they? I thought, well, I could grow something that would have a beautiful flower on it. And I found, these are my favourites, I found some tulip bulbs. So they're not quite like little seeds. You put the bulbs in the ground. And what I liked about these was it said you could plant them between September and December. So that's perfect timing, isn't it? So I thought I'm going to buy some of those and then they'll be ready to grow for the next spring. So beautiful tulips. These ones look as if they're going to grow and be white. So I thought I need a bit of colour. And I saw this beautiful purple flower. And again, the bulbs there. So I thought I'm going to grow some of those. So I left the garden centre with my seeds and my bulbs and a seed tray and some plant pots. And I thought, brilliant, I am all set up. I'm ready to go. I can grow my own plants. So I'm going to leave them there. And I'm really hoping that it's all going to grow really well. I really hope it does. That's my hope. I really want them all to grow really well. So I'm just going to leave them there. Okay? And wait. Do you think that's all right? Do you think if I leave them there and just hope that they grow, that will be enough? Or do I need to do something else? Because I really, really hope they do. I really hope they do. So if I really hope they do and I leave them there, perhaps they will. Do you think? Or do you think I might need to do something else? I wonder if your teachers could just pause the video and perhaps you could talk to your teacher about it. Do I need to do anything else, or can I just hope that they grow and that's enough? Stop the video and have a chat about that and see what you think. Okay? Okay, I paused the video in here actually while your teachers paused it as well. And somebody's come in and I've told them what we're doing, and they just looked at me and they've just shook their head and just said, no, Miss Jackson, that's not right. And of course, I'm sure, like you told your teachers, they told me everything that I need to do to make sure that I grow these well. I need to make sure they've got the right conditions to start with. There's no soil, I've just left them in a plastic bag. So I need to make sure there's really good soil for the plants to grow in. And then I need to make sure that they've got warmth and that there's water. I need to look after them, don't I? I need to care about them to make sure that they grow into the beautiful flowers and the beautiful herbs and beans that I want them to be. I can't just leave them there and say, well, I hope they do, but then not do anything about it. And that's made me think about this school year. One of our school values is hope. And lots of people over the last few weeks have been saying to me, I hope the return to school goes really well. I hope you have a really successful year. And I've been saying, yeah, I hope so too, thank you. Yes, I hope we have a great year. I hope the children come back really happy and excited. I hope the children just learn so many new things and just love their learning. I hope the staff come back feeling refreshed and happy and that we have a really successful year. And I hope this is the best year ever. Those are my hopes for this school year. And I can sit here and I can say, that's what I want to happen. That's my hope. But if I don't do anything about it, if I don't do anything about those hopes, I wonder if they'll ever become a reality. So while I was getting ready for this, I thought about 4 things that I'm going to do this year to make my hopes for you and for this school year being the best school year ever. 4 things that I can do to make those hopes become reality. So I popped them in a plant pot. I did think I might actually get some soil and have a plant pot in here and have these in here to remind me about this assembly. But let me just show you what the actions are. So to make sure that this is the best school year ever and that my hope becomes a reality, I'm going to make sure that I am prepared. So when I know there's a big project coming up that I need to be part of, or a meeting that I need to be prepared for and I've got lots of reading to do for it, I'm going to make sure that I make time for that I set time aside to do my research, to do my homework, and to get ready for the things that I have to do. And I'm going to make sure that I'm ready for every day as well. I'm going to try really hard to think the night before, what do I need to do at school tomorrow? What do I need to take with me? What do I need to put in my bag? What time do I need to get to school tomorrow? How long is it going to take me to get there? What time should I leave home? Those little things the night before will help me to be prepared for each day. So I'm going to be prepared. That's one of the ways I want my hopes to become a reality. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stay calm. Very often as a head teacher, things happen that I'm not expecting, and it would be really easy just to panic all the time. But I'm going to try really hard to stay calm. And when something happens that I'm not expecting, even if it's something bad, I'm just going to take a moment to stop and think, what's the best thing to do in this situation? Because I never make my best decisions when I'm panicking. I need to stay calm. So when things go wrong, and maybe some things will go wrong for you this year, I want you to stay calm and then decide what you're going to do. The next thing I thought to make my hopes about this school year become reality, the next thing is I'm going to ask for help. If there is something I can't do or something I don't know, I am going to go to somebody who I think can help me, and I'm going to ask them to help me. There is nothing wrong with any of us asking for help if we think we need it. So that's what I'm going to do. If I'm struggling with something and I think there might be someone who can help me, I'm going to go to them, tell them what the problem is, tell them what I think, and then see if perhaps they can give me a solution or some advice that will help me through it. And the final thing to make my dreams become reality, don't give up. If next week something goes wrong and something that I've planned doesn't quite work out, I'm not going to panic and I'm not going to give up believing and hoping that this is the best school year ever. I'm going to keep going. When something goes wrong, I'm going to find a solution because I'm serious. I want this to be the best school year ever. And if I give up next week, it's a long time till July, isn't it? I've still got time to put things right. So don't give up. The 4 things I'm going to do to try and make my dreams, my hopes about the school year become reality. I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to ask for help. And I'm not going to give up. I'd really like it if in your classes at some point you could talk about your hopes for this school year. What do you hope for your class, for your friends, for your teacher? What are your hopes that you would achieve this year? And then I wonder if you could take some time to think of 4 or 5 things that you could do to make those hopes become a reality. Just like I did. You might even want to write them somewhere and display them in your class. What are you going to do to make those hopes become a reality? Think about the seeds and the bulbs. If I don't do anything, they're not going to grow. We can have these hopes and these dreams for our school and for ourselves, but if we don't do something about them, the chances are they might not happen. I hope you do manage to take some time to think about that. There is a really lovely piece of music entitled A Hope for the Future, and it's got some beautiful orchestral instruments playing. Your teachers might want to play that piece of music while you're thinking, so they could give you some thinking time, you could listen to the music, and then perhaps share your ideas. And I would love it if you would then share them with me. Perhaps send me a message as a class, send me an email, and just tell me what your hopes are and what things you've decided you're going to do to help those hopes become a reality. Okay, have a good day. I will see you for an assembly tomorrow, and year 6, I will look forward to seeing you in the hall and we'll share assembly together. Okay, take care, see you later, bye.